Thousands of vendors, thousands of invoice, one system that makes sure every single payment goes out right. Hey everyone, welcome back to Accounts Advisor. My name is Mayur Soni, and in the today video we will discuss about the accounts payable in SAP FICO S4HANA. Let me ask you something. If your company buy goods or services from hundreds of vendors, maybe thousands of vendors, and how do you make sure that every single one of them get the right amount at the right time without any duplicate, without any error? That exactly accounts payable solve. So in today's video we will discuss about accounts payable and how it is work in the SAP FICO S4. Whether you are a finance professional, understand your company SAP system, or a student that start building his or her career in the SAP, this video is specially designed for the you. In this video we will discuss about the accounts payable process in SAP FICO S4 HANA. We will know how invoices go from received to paid in the SAP. So if you want to understand the accounts payable process in SAP FICO S4HANA, this video is for you. In this video, we will discuss about the accounts payable process. For example, how can we configure the end-to-end business partner configuration and the vendor configuration? How can we create the vendor and business partner? How can we process the vendor invoice, and even how can we process outgoing payment manually and automatic? I clearly discuss and explain the automatic payment program in accounts payable. So if you want to learn the accounts payable in SAP FICO, this video is for you. And if you want to learn or master the complete SAP FICO in your company or complete SAP FICO, you can enroll in my course. The course link is given in the description. The course is available in English and Hindi, both languages. So you can learn from basic to advanced and get your job. So let's start the video. So from today we'll cover the accounts payable. Now start with the accounts payable. First of all, what is accounts payable? So accounts payable, in the accounts payable, it is the sub module. We can say this sub module of SAP FICO. Okay. Accounts payable. What we will learn in the accounts payable? We will learn in the accounts payable about the vendors, vendor payment, vendor invoice, vendor outgoing payment, vendor down payment, everything around vendor we need to understand in the accounts payable. I'll show you the content of the accounts payable. We'll start with the vendor. There's one more topic of accounts payable that there's a big difference in ECC versus HANA. There's a big difference in ECC versus HANA, that is business partner. It is very important topic. Okay. It will come in accounts payable, account receivable, asset accounting. Okay. And it is related to the universal journal. I'll show you and explain how it is related to this. So, number one thing, ECC versus HANA, the major changes business partner. Before the HANA, in the ECC, we simply create the vendor and post the document or vendor invoice. But in the accounts payable or in the HANA server, we need to understand the business partner topic. After that, we can create the vendor. I'll show you the topic step by step so you can understand whatever we will learn in this accounts payable chapter. I'm opening the notes. This is the accounts payable. And one thing I can say you with pure guarantee, if you follow this series or if you follow the entire classes of the accounts payable, you will learn a lot about accounts payable. I know when the error will came, from the error will came, and how can we solve the error. That is the biggest problem or your achievement of SAP. If you know anyhow how to solve the error and you are going to crack the interview, there's two scenario. One scenario, you don't know a little bit about the error solving problem. Then I think your package will be around 6 lakh on a starting as an end user. But if you know how to solve the error, I'm sure your package will be around 8 to 10 lakh. That is the difference. If you know about the error, how can you error solve? It means your configuration concept is very clear. That is very important. Our in our server, our configuration and universal journal get mismatched because of the students. So I'll figure out it. SAP team said me it will he will they will take time, but I'm not having so much of time to wait. So I'm configure all the universal journal by myself. That's why if you know this thing, how to configuration, even I know about who changed this configuration and I remove those user also. So that is the part of configuration. You need to know these things. Okay. You need to know these type of things so that your package will be get higher or you will work in SAP flawlessly. Many students work in SAP. They get the global certification and work in the SAP, but they do not know. Yeah, they didn't know actually how to work the SAP. So they connect with me and take the training or personal training that costs 30,000, and and then I'm explaining him or her about the SAP concept. Okay, whatever error they face, they send to me, and I'll solve the error in the 3 months of duration. Right. So it is very important to follow the step by step that I said to you. In the accounts payable, we start with the define account group with the skin layout. Then we go to the create number ranges for vendor account. Then what is this? This is defined account group with skin layout. What is defined account group with skin layout? Defined account group with skin layout means we need to create a vendor group, different vendor. Okay. For example, we created the chart of account in GL. So similar as that, we need to create the vendor group as well. So first of all, we create the vendor group. After that, we need to create the number ranges for that vendor account. And after that, we need to assign number range with the particular vendor group. So our vendor three step has been completed. After that, we need to create the number ranges for business partner. After the business partner, we need to define the grouping as we define for the vendors and assign number ranges as we define for the vendor. So there's three steps is completed for vendor and business partner. After that, we need to assign or link business partner with vendor. So the defined assignment for direction of VP to vendor is the concept where we link the business partner to the vendor. After that, first of all, we create the business partner, then we create the vendor. Always remember, first of all, you need to create the business partner, not the vendor. First, you create business partner, then you create to vendor. What is business partner? I'll explain you in some time. Okay, don't worry. After the vendor creation, we can check whether our vendor is correct or incorrect. So what we can do, we can edit, modify business partner or vendor. Okay, I'll show you how can we do these things. After that, we need to define the tolerance group for vendor. It is a tolerance group that defines the limit for vendor and the customer. It is applicable for purchase and sales for both or accounts payable and accounts receivable. Tolerance group is very important because if we need to process the payment, outgoing payment, we need to define the tolerance group. If we didn't define the tolerance group, there is an error. For example, our company is YJP2. The entry YJP2 is missing in table T043G. The error is the entry missing YJP2 in the table T043G. This is the error of tolerance group. Whenever you see this error, you know how this error will come. Okay, that's why I'm giving you the hint about how the error solves. Okay. After that, we need to create a sundry creditor account, a reconciliation account. Then after that, we need to process the vendor invoice using the FB60 or FS43. Both are used for the vendor invoice. After that, we go with the vendor manual payment that has three types: standard, partial, or residual. I'll explain all of these three things. After that, we need to go to the automatic payment program. Here we go for the Fury. I'll show you how can we use the Fury in SAP in the automatic payment program. Define house bank, automatic payment, and these all are the automatic payment program. Okay, there's a two type of vendor payment, automatic or manually. So automatic payment will be use Fury application. After that, the last topic of accounts payable is the down payment for vendor. It is the advance payment that we give to the vendor for any order. For example, we need something, so we give the order for that. So we give the advance payment. Advance payment is down payment for vendor. So it is a process, complete process. I'll explain you in the after some time. After that, we need to check out the reports of vendor. Okay, using the FBL1N or FK10N. So these are the steps of 24 steps, I think. Minimum steps of accounts payable that you need to follow, you need to understand if you want to master the accounts payable. So let's start with the first step, define account group with the skin layout. Okay. So our first step is define account group. Let me learn this with screen layout. Define account group with screen layout. Vendors. Obviously, it is for vendors. Okay. So, what is the T code for this? T code is OBT3. Okay. In the SAP, you get to listen three things: T code, navigation, and tables. Okay. Do not confuse between these three concept or topics. I'll explain you again. What is T code? T code is a transaction code. With the help of T code, we can easily jump to the that transaction instantly. For example, always remember T code always working on SAP Easy Access. Okay. Apart from SAP Easy Access, neither or any screen, okay, you can use the T code. So you can only T code on the SAP Easy Access, or OBD3 is T code, 4-digit code, T code, transaction code. Second is navigation. When we click a option, then we click other option, then we click another option and option. This is the navigation that we follow. For example, I want to go from Delhi to Mumbai. So what I need to follow, I need to follow the navigation. First, we jump from the Delhi. We went from the Delhi, then we went to the Jaipur, then we went to the Udaipur, then we went to the Mumbai. This is the navigation. But if we want to connect directly with the Mumbai, what we can did, we can simply call someone. Okay. So like this, P code is working and navigation is working. But what is table? Table is the uh, table is the system or the process that store your data. Whatever we are working on the SAP, all are stored in table. In the ECC, there are many tables: BS, EGP, KNP, CU, EMP. But in S4 HANA, all tables are correlated or mixed in the one table that name is ACDOCA. ACDOCA. And this is the Universal Journal. I'm always repeat Universal Journal because it is one of the important topic. And if anyone has any doubts in SAP and that the doubts should not solve, please check your Universal Journal. Okay, Universal Journal is very important. So we'll come now. Uh, we define account group with a screen layout. OBD3 is T code. What is the navigation? I'll show you in the SAP. First of all, open the SAP. Double click on your server. Now mentioning your user ID and password. SAP Easy Access. This is the SAP Easy Access. This is the command bar. Okay, mention SIMGT code for display MG. So we jump to the display MG. So in the display MG, first of all, you need to click on the financial accounting, then click on the account receivable and account payable, then click on the supplier account, then click on the master data, then click on the preparation for creating supplier master data. After this, you need to create or define account group risk and layout. So first of all, we need to visit to the display MG, then click on the financial accounting, then click on the account receivable and account payable, then click on the supplier account, then click on the master data, then click on the preparation for creating supplier master data. And in the preparation for creating supplier master data, you will find the option defined account group skill layout, that is vendor. So just click on this, or you can read the documentation of this option when you click on this screen or this option. Sorry, okay, you can check out, you can read. So now I'm clicking on this option. Before clicking, I am mentioning this in your notes so that you can easily remind whenever you open the notes. Okay. Whenever you open the notes, you will find all these steps, step by step configuration in your notes. So what we need to, I'll explain again. First of all, you need to come to the display MG. Then click on the financial accounting, then click on the account receivable and account payable, then supplier account, master data, preparation for creating master data, and here is your option OBD3. In the OBD3, when you click on this option, you will find out this type of option. Now click on the new entry. Okay. Click on this. You need to click on this new entry. After when you click on this, mention the account group. Okay. YJVN. I'm mentioning the account group of YPVN. Okay. What I'm mentioning YPVN, meaning local vendor for YJP2. Okay. Now enter. You can save. You can save this now. First you save, then I'll explain about it. Now, now you can see I'm mentioning the account group. I'm in the general data, I'm mentioning the meaning of this account group. So we can find out while creating the business partner. We need to find out this. So I'm mentioning local vendor for YJP22. Now there's a field status option. What is field status? If you read or if you know about the field status variant, when you learn in the financial accounting global setting, the code is OBC4. Okay, then there's option is field status variant where we learn about the field status that is required while we posting the journal ledger. Alright. So that fields working on the journal ledger screen. If you want to required, if you want to optional, or if you want to hidden something. Similarly, this field status working while creating the vendor. When we create the vendor, okay, when we create the vendor, there's so many options like address, pin code, contact person. You can mention any of the option is required. So field status working as we study the field status in the field status variant in FAGS Financial Accounting Global Setting. Okay, I'll show you one by one. There's three options under field status: general data, company code data, purchasing data. Click on general data. You will find many options, five options: address, communication, control, payment, transaction, and contact person. Under the address, you will find name, form of address, system, name, 2, 3, postal code, street, district, region, PO box, and postal code. All are the optional entry. There's four options: suppress, required, optional, or display. I'm choosing the option optional. All the option by default is optional. If I'm clicking suppress, if I'm clicking, for example, district, suppress district. If I'm clicking suppress on the district, then you cannot mention anything in the district while creating the vendor. If I'm choosing this as a required entry, then you need to mention district while creating the vendor. Otherwise, your vendor will not be saved. Okay. If we're mentioning optional, then you can mention or you can either mention or not mention and your vendor will be saved. If I'm click on display, you can only display the district. All right. So these are the option. Mainly these three options are used. You need to check out so that while creating your vendor's creation, no error will come. Okay. Click on the back and then also see the communication. There's no required entry in communication. Then in control, there's also no required. Then in payment transaction, bank detail, all are optional. They're not required. Alternative pay account, DAB details, ISR subscriber number, no, nothing. Contact person is also optional. After that, the second option is company code. We need to click on this. In the account management, we'll see the reconciliation account. We need to tick this as a required entry. It is the sundry creditor account. So we need this for while creating the vendor. Because when we raise the vendor invoice and reconciliation account is not selected in the vendor, then we'll get the error. Okay. So I'm clicking this reconciliation account as a required entry. Now you can see all are the options. Back, payment transaction. Then second option is payment transaction. You can see all the all are optional. In the correspondence, all are optional. And the withholding data, these all are optional. Right? Now purchasing data. Purchasing data, it is related to purchasing order currency, terms of payment, in terms, ABC indicator, good receipt, invoice verification. All are the optional. Partner uses business partner assignment. This is also optional. And purchasing data is also the optional. Now check all of these options. All are optional except reconciliation account. Now I'm saving this vendor group. Okay. So now I'm successfully created the vendor group, account group. Now our second step number 2 is create number ranges for vendor account group. Vendor account. The T code for is XKN1. XKN1. Okay. Navigation is same as for this. There's no option. Okay. I'll show you again. First of all, visit to the display MG, then click on the financial accounting, then click on the account receivable and account payable, then click on the supplier account, then click on the master data, then click on the preparation for creating supplier master data, then click on the create number range for vendor account. When you reach to this, then click on the create number range for vendor account and assign number range for the vendor account. Come to the display MG, click on the financial accounting, then click on the account receivable and account payable, supplier account, master data, preparation for creating supplier master data. Under this, there's the option create a number range, XKN1. Okay, for vendor. Click on this. Now go to the change interval, not the display interval. Okay, change interval. Now there's a two option. Either you can create manually by click on this insert line or F6. Now you need to give the number is number, 2-digit code from number to two number. Okay. For example, this 01 and 5000 to 5099 number. Okay. But always ensure that whatever you're mentioning here, here and here, that will not resemble or match with the these given data. So now I need to think more and more for this, but there is one more option. Okay, in the SAP HANA. It is only in the SAP HANA. In SAP ECC, this option was not found. Okay. So what we can do, we can choose the free interval. What is free interval? For example, in this number is 32 to 3299. Last number in status is 20. It is only 20. This number, it has so many numbers between these numbers. Okay. We can choose between this. SAP will tell you which number in between these are available. So what we need to click? We need to click on the free interval. Then you can check number range between these are always available. So I'm selecting this, mentioning our number range, Y hashtag, number is 2-digit code. Click on this and click on this continue or apply interval. Now our interval is created. You can check out Y hashtag with the name of Y hashtag here. Y hashtag. Now what you need to do, you need to save this. Now and save this, create number range. Now the other option is assign number range to your vendor account group. The last step of our class is assign number range to enter account group. Key code is I think OBES. Let me check OBES. Okay. Navigation is same. You can check the navigation. Navigation is same. Assign number range OBES. We click on this. Now go to the position. Click on this. When you click on this, you will find out there's the option account group. Now we need to mention the account group YJ. Our account group is YP22. Y2VN, YJPN here, YPVN. Our account group is YPVN. Okay, this is our account group YPVN. Our account group is YPVN. YPVN. Now mentioning our number range Y hashtag. Enter. Now you can check your number range YPVN link with the Y hashtag. Link or assign with the okay. So YPVN interlink with the Y hashtag. So hashtag is not clear. Let me clear this hashtag. Okay. So hashtag SAP accounts payable first step has been completed. We are successfully creating the vendor account group. First of all, save this. Okay. We are successfully created the vendor account group, creating the number range and assigning the number range to the particular vendor account group. Similarly, we follow the step in the business partner. First of all, we created the business partner. In the business partner, first of all, we created the number range for business partner. Then we created the grouping for business partner. That is same as we created for the account group. Always remember. All right. So these are the options that we did it. Okay, so our vendor account group has been completed. So we have successfully completed the vendor account group. In the next class, we'll see the business partner creation. How can we create the, sorry, how can we configure the business partner smoothly or step by step? So see you in the next class. Bye bye. Take care. Okay. Enjoy your weekends. Hey everyone. In the previous video, we discussed about the accounts payable part 1. And in the accounts payable part 1, we successfully completed our configuration end-to-end business partner and vendor configuration. We started from vendor configuration where we configure the accounts payable vendor group. We successfully created the vendor group by using the T code OBD3. After that, we switched to the number ranges. First of all, we created the number ranges for vendor account group, then assigned that particular number ranges to the vendor group. After that, we went to the business partner and created the business partner group as we created for the vendor account group. Always, always keep in your mind that your vendor group and your business partner group should be same. After that, we created the number ranges and assigned number ranges to that particular business partner group. These are the vendor configuration and the business partner configuration. And after both configuration was completed, then we link the business partner with the vendor. After the linkage of business partner with the vendor, our topic is create the business partner and vendor. So what is business partner? The question is, what is business partner? A business partner is used to record all the master data, including customer vendor. So before the HANA, there was a version of ECC, Enterprise Central Component. In the ECC, you need to maintain separately customer and vendor. Sometimes our customer and vendor are same. So we need to maintain separately in ECC. But in S4 HANA, first of all, you need to maintain the business partner. And under the business partner, you can assign the role. Either it is customer or vendor, or maybe both customer or vendor. Same business partner can be a vendor, same business partner can be a customer. For example, ABC Private Limited is our vendor and customer also. So we created ABC Private Limited in the business partner, and after that we need to create the customer and vendor. Okay, so we can create customer and vendor under the same business partner. It helps a lot in the S4 HANA for maintaining our data. So first of all, we create the business partner. I'll show you in the SAP. Open the SAP. Now mention our ID, password. Now you can see in the SAP Easy Access. First of all, if we need to create the business partner, mention the T code BP. All right. Now you will find the three option is business partner in maintain business partner. First is person, second organization, third group. So we created the business partner for a company to select. I'm selecting the organization. If it is an individual, so you can select the person. If it's a company, you can select organization. If it is a group of organization, group of company, you can select group. I'm selecting organization. Now mentioning the group that we created in our vendor and business partner, and we link that particular group. We need to mention here local BP, YJ, VN. You can see local BP, VN, YJ, P2. Okay. Mentioning the title, company, and mentioning the name also. Our name is, our vendor name, our business partner name is Timex Group or Timex. Okay. We can simply mention Timex. I'm also mentioning this system, Timex. And in the standard address, you can mention the address. In the street address, I'm mentioning address 1234 standard. Postal city code 110034. And country is India. And the region is 34 Delhi. Okay. Now, if you want to mention PO box address, you can mention. In the communication, you need to mention the English language, your language, communication language, comments, telephone, whatever you want to mention, you can mention here. And after that, press control, sorry, mention control plus S. So your data will be saved, your business partner will be saved, business partner 1010 something created. Now you can also mention the address overview under the address overview. If you want to mention the address more, you can mention the address here, home address, business address, bank statement, billing address. Identification, you can mention all of this entity if you want to maintain. Under the control, you can see the business partner type. In the payment transaction, you need to mention the bank details, status, where use list, additional tax, okay, technical identification. You can check all of the information. The required information is the title, name, address, country, reason, and the language. After this, you need to save this business partner. So our business partner has been successfully saved. Now we need to create the vendors. So to create the vendor, always remember there is a table for the vendor, that is FLV and 00FI. FLV and 00FI for the customer, FLCU double FI. And always remember this is a table for FI vendor. If you want to create the purchasing vendor in the case of module, so you need to uh, take the BP business partner grouping FLV and 01. But in the FI vendor, you can take the grouping FLV and 00. So click on this option, switch between display and change. Now you can check the BP role, switch from display to change. Now mentioning FLVN. So I'm searching for FLVN double OFI. Let me search. You can say FI vendor diff FLVNO double FI. Now you can see company code option has been came. Click on this. After click on this, you need to mention your company code. What is your company code? Our company code is YJP2. You can see all options are hide or freeze. When you mention the company code and press enter, all options are unfreeze. Now mentioning the reconciliation account. Our reconciliation account is 3 under sundry creditor account. You can create it. I'll show how can you create it. Go to the FS00T code, create the journal ledger. Under the in the journal ledger, you need to create under the liability. I'm checking the details. So in the type and description, you need to mention GL account type balance sheet, account group liability, description sundry creditors and long tax sundry creditor account. Under the control data, do not click on balance and local currency only. You need to click on reconciliation account for account type vendors. After click on vendor, scroll down and you need to mention short key is 001. And in the create bank interest, field status group is Z067. Now save this. So you need to create the sundry creditor account 300. Okay. I mentioned 300 already. Pressing enter. You can mention short key or 001 or mention whatever field you want to maintain. In the vendor payment transaction, you need to maintain the 0001 terms of payment and your tolerance group. If you have any tolerance group, kindly mention here. And after that, you need to click on the save. When you click on the save, your changes have been made. It means your vendor that we created is successfully completed. You can check. Mentioning BP to check the business partner that you has created. You can either search by search term, address, customer number, external number, identification number, name, whatever the field you want to use to search your business partner or vendor. So I'm selecting name and mentioning the name. Our company name is Timex and click enter. You can see your partner is here. Double click on this. Now you can see you just need to click on the general data. So to edit anything in the business partner, if you need to edit anything in the vendor, just come to the company code data. I'm clicking on the general data. You can see your business partner has been coming. But if I want to edit in vendor, click on company code. You will find the vendor information here. All right. So this is the business partner and the vendor creation. I'm creating 3 to 5 vendor or business partner more so that you can understand how I can create it. So I'm mentioning the T code BP to create for creating the business partner and vendor. First of all, come to the organization. Now mentioning the title in the company. and the name of the company is VEIK Group. Mentioning the VEIK address will be street number 123, block A, postal code 112356. After that, our country is India, so I'm selecting the India, and you can select the region. It is according to the city. So a city is Delhi. Sorry, it is according to the state, not city. Now I'm selected a language English. Enter. Press enter. Now click on the save. You can see my business partner has been created successfully. Now I'm clicking on the change and display, mentioning your company. Sorry, change. So first of all, change the business partner FLB and W0FI. Company code. Company code will be YJP2. Enter. Reconciliation account will be 300. Short key 001. Vendor payment transaction 0001. And now I can save this. One more business partner and vendor has been created. I'm clicking on organization again. Always remember that your grouping should be what you have created and your business partner and vendor are connected with one another. So my grouping is local BPP in YJP2 that we created in business partner. It is the business partner grouping. As you remember, we created this grouping in business partner. Give the title company. Now we are mentioning, sorry, we are creating free mind publishers. Give the system free mind. There's a good role of system. If you don't know the exact name of your company and if you mention any word in the system, you can search by this name. For example, I have business deal with free mind publishers, but in the free mind publisher, there's a person that name is Mayu, and I connected with him. He is my person, and he helps me to do the business deal with the free minds publisher. So what I do, I need to mention the name free mind publisher and mention the Mayur under the system. So if I will forward the name of free minds publisher, I can search with free mind. Mayur, sorry, Mayur. Search with the Mayur. Okay, so search term is working. I'll show you. Don't worry. Now the street address is street number 3211 slash 05, block D, postal code 112689. Okay, country or region India. Here's the region is 30. Enter. Language English. No, I'm selecting Dutch, but it is English. Enter. Save this. After saving this, click on this, change and display, or you can use shortcut key F6. FLB and 00FI. Company code YJP2. Enter. Reconciliation will be 300. Short key 001. Vendor payment transaction 001. Now I can save this. Now I need to create one more business partner. organization. I'm creating one more business partner. After that, we'll start the posting. The name of the company is, should we can use Classmate Publisher. Classmate Private Limited. Okay. System is Classmate. Street address is street number 78654 oblique 57 oblique 15 oblique 567. Then nothing. Block C. First of all, 111976. Country India. Region will be 30 Delhi. And language should be English. Save. Click on switch between display and changes. Change the BP role. FLV and 00FI. Click on the company code. Mention the company code YJP2. Enter. Mention the reconciliation account 300 short key 001. Vendor payment transaction it's 0001 and enter. Now you can save this. Alright. So what we can do? We did the business partner. We created the business partner and vendor. We created 3 to 4 business partner and vendor. Now we need to post the document entry or post the vendor invoice in accounts payable. But before creating the vendor invoice, I'll teach you how you can check your business partner or vendor by using this system. First, come to the business partner, and if you click enter, all the business partner has been given. Okay. First of all, remove the Timex, then click enter, and you can see the list of the business partner in our server. Okay. So what we can do? We can either search manually or search by this. This is the filter. Why is the filter? You can search by the name, address, customer number, external number, identification number, R3 customer number, system. Select the system mention. I'm mentioning Timex. So Timex is here. I'm mentioning classmate. So classmate is here. I'm mentioning free mind. So free mind is here. You can see our system is free mind, but our name of the company is free mind publisher. Our vendor name is free mind publishers. So that's how our system is used in the SAP. All right. So we created this. Now we need to create the vendor invoice. We can create the vendor invoice by 2 ways. Either we can create by using the T code FB60 or we can manually create using the T code F-43. Similarly, we did in the journalizer. In the journalizer, we created by the T code FB50 and we created the T code F-02. In the FB50, it takes less time. In F-02, it takes more time. Similarly, in vendor, accounts payable FB60 takes less time and FB43 takes more time. I'll teach you about, first of all, I teach you about the FB60. So first of all, visit to the SAP Easy Access. Click on the accounting. Under the accounting, click on the financial accounting. Under the financial accounting, you need to click on the accounts payable. And in the accounts payable, click on the document entry. In the document entry, you will find FB60 invoice, F-43 invoice journal, FB65 credit memo, F-41 credit memo journal, FB10 invoice credit memo fast entry. So I'm selecting FB60 invoice. Now you need to first of all change your company code. My company code is YJP2. It's already selected, so I do not need to change this. If another company code is here, you need to click on this company code, mention your company code. We click on this right button, green button. All right. I'm coming again from the vendor invoice. Now you can see the 5 categories here: basic data, payment, detail, text, or notes. First, now we need to only maintain the basic data. So transaction will be invoice, not credit memo. Choose your supplier. Who is your supplier? Click on this company code. We click on this. You will find the List of supplier, Wave, Timex, Intel, Mayu, Freemind, Classmate. I'm choosing the Freeminds. Okay. 5103 is my supplier number. Invoice date is 31st July 2026. We can choose the reference if you want to mention the reference. May mention the reference, Mr. Mayur Sony. Now I'm mentioning the amount. What is my amount? My vendor invoice amount is 25,000. Okay. Do not need to mention the tax amount or calculate tax. We will study the taxation GST in SAP FICO later. Now mention your text. What is your text? I'm mentioning purchase goods. Purchase goods. Now uh, in the GL account, you need to mention your GL account. What is your GL account? Did you knew about your GL account? If you didn't knew about your GL account, create the GL account or check your GL account by using the T code FS00. So what I can do, I can go to the FS00 by using the control and new X screen FS00 and checking. Rather, created a expense purchase account. Yes, I'm creating the purchase account already 401. You can check here. Non-operating expense or income expense purchase account. Control data is this. Okay, my shortkey is not mentioned shortkey 001. Okay, create and bank interest G001 and save. The data has been saved. Now selecting our purchase account 401, you can see it is by default debit. Why? Because whenever we purchase anything in our business, purchase account always debit and vendor always credit. So it is the credit part, it is the debit part. It always show debit by default. So mentioning the amount, our amount is 25,000. For example, if you do not mention the amount 25,000, always remember this 25,000 amount and this amount in document currency should be same. If these both are different or do not match with each other, then there is a difference of amount that you can show, you can check here. 25,000, 20,000 in the red. We need this balance is zero and the option is green. So you're mentioning 25,000 here and it. First of all, mention the text also and enter. Now you can see your balance is zero and it is in green color. Always remember the balance is zero and it is in green color. Okay, we're mentioning here we need to delete this. So you can check now. I'm telling from starting our supplier is this, invoice date is this, the reference is this, posting days amount is 25,000, tax purchase goods, JL account 401, debit 25,000. I'm mentioning tax. Now click on simulate. Now you can see our vendor is always credit and the posting key to credit the vendor in accounts payable is 31. It is 40 debit the purchase account. Always remember journal ledger is very important document or accounting document. It is used everywhere in the SAP. It is linked, interlinked or integrated with every module or submodule in the SAP. That's why you can see here 40 is the posting key of the debit of journal ledger and is the posting key of 31 is accounts payable posting key of vendor credit. So GL is involved in this. So GL is integrated in the accounts payable. Similarly, GL is integrated in account receivable, in asset accounting, and even in controlling also. Okay, now you can post this document. Our document was posted in the company code YJP2. Okay, I'll posting some documents more. Selecting Now I'm selecting Classmate Private Limited. Our state is 31st July 2026. Amount, this time amount will be 34,000. Next will be purchase goods. GL account should be 401 for purchase account, 34,000. That should be purchase. Enter, click on simulate and post this document. Now, now I also teach you how can you post a document by using the T code F-43. So now click on the second T code F-43. Now mention the document date here. Your document type is KR. KR is vendor invoice. Always check your document type and your company code. The number range is same in your company code and in your documented OBA7. So OBA7, FBN1 both have same number range. All right. Now mentioning period is 4 because it's July and our physical year start from April. April is first, May is second, June is third, and July is fourth. Currency is INR. Now scroll down. First line item 31. It means vendor is credit. Mentioning the account. Now I am selecting Timex. Enter. Mentioning the amount. Account. Sorry, that time account. Now account amount. So our amount will be 10,500. Tax should be purchase goods. It is a item 1 invoice that we credit the vendor. It is credit part. Now mentioning debit part 40 and 401 our purchase account. I know if you don't know, kindly click on the search button or you can use the shortcut key F4. Amount should be 10,500, the same amount that we mentioned in the credit part. Tax should be purchase goods. Click on the document overview. Now you can see 31 credit vendor, 40 debit purchase account with the same amount, balance is 0. Now you can click on the post. You can post it. I am posting one more document. Selecting this date, vendor. Now I'm selecting the another vendor, VEIK. Enter. Amount should be 45,899. 45,899. That should be purchase goods. Posting key now 40. Account 401. Amount 45,899. Tax should be purchase goods. Click on document overview. Now you can see this and click on the post. Now you can see we have successfully posted the as much as 4 documents in the SAP or vendor invoice. We generated vendor invoice 2 by the FB60 and 2 generated by the F-43. So we successfully created the FB60 invoice and F-43 invoice. Using the T code FB60 and F-43, we created the vendor invoice. Hello everyone, in the previous video we discussed about the vendor invoice. We raised the or generated the vendor invoice with the help of two T code FB60 and FB43. FB60 is little time less time consuming, but FB43 is more time consuming. I taught you the both the T code, how can we generate the result will be same from both the T code. So in today classes we will discuss about the outgoing payment. Vendor outgoing payment. So, what is vendor outgoing payment? When we need to process the payment against the invoices. So, we can do the vendor outgoing payment by the two ways, either manually or automatic. In the manually, I'll taught you in today class how can we process manual outgoing payment. So, if for the manual outgoing payment, you need to first of all create or assign the tolerance group. First of all, create the tolerance group by using the T code OBA3 and assign that particular tolerance group to the vendor that we need to process the payment against that vendor. If mistakenly and somehow you didn't create and assign the tolerance group, then you will get the error the entry TA07 is missing in the table T043G. If you got this error, it means your tolerance group either is not created. If it is created, then it is not linked to the particular vendor. So first of all, we need to create the tolerance group, assign the tolerance group to the vendor. Then after that, we need to process the outgoing payment. I'll show you in how many ways we can process the outgoing payment. All right. So what we do, first of all, we will create a business partner, then assign the tolerance group in that business partner or vendor. So first of all, create the business partner, go to the organization. In the organization, select the grouping. Grouping will be local VPCN TABN. TA07, sorry. Now company, I'm mentioning the ST1 private limited. System should be ST1. State address, country India, region 30 Delhi, enter the postal code, okay, 110022. I am also mentioning the communication language English and save this. First of all, I created the business partner. After creating the business partner, we go to the display and changes. Now change the BP role FL, VNOOFI, FLV. Choose company code, mention company code TA07, enter reconciliation account. I need to create the reconciliation account first. So in the FS00, under the liability will be 500 range. Balance sheet, liability, so it's 300, okay. Slash n FS00, 300, balance sheet, liability, creator, enter. Under the control data, we should only select reconciliation account for account type, vendor, short key will be 001, and create bank interest should be 0067 reconciliation account, and we need to save this. After saving this, we need to go to search. Now our reconciliation account is here, our short key is here 001. Now in the vendor payment transaction, our terms of payment is 0001. Now here we need to assign the tolerance group under the payment vendor payment transaction. So first we created the tolerance group by using the T code OBA3. New entry, company code will be TA07. Enter, currency is here, tolerance group TATG. Tolerance group for TA07. Amount 200, 2%, 200, 200, 2%, 200. अब हम यहाँ पे भी 200 and 2%. Now you will also give 200 and 2%. Then press enter. Then you can see we have successfully created our tolerance group and give the permit payment references. And now save this. After saving this, you can see we successfully created a tolerance group. Now the second step is we need to assign this particular tolerance group to our particular vendor, to this vendor. So I'm searching the tolerance group. Now you can see TATZ. Now you can save this. Changes have been saved. It means the vendor has been saved. Now we need to process some invoices, or we need to generate vendor invoice. After that, we go to the vendor payment. So first of all, visit to the SAP Easy Access, then click on the accounting, financial accounting, accounts payable, document entry, document entry FB60. My company code, my company code is TA07. Click on this. Now I need to select the supplier. The supplier is Stephen Private Limited. Now mentioning the invoice date is 3rd August 2026 and posting date is also 3rd August 2026. Document type is vendor invoice. Now you can see there's one option in my FE60 vendor invoice document type. Maybe you will not find this option in your vendor invoice. You can take this option here. How? Go to the editing option. Now here is the document type option. If you open document type, you selected document type hidden and change user master data, document type will be hidden. If you selected document type ready for input, then it will show the document type like this. If it is by default vendor invoice, I'm selecting the vendor invoices amount here. We need to select. I'm selecting 45,000 amount. Text purchase goods. Now mentioning the purchase account. I think we do not have created the purchase account. So let me create the purchase account first in the FS00 and copy this so that we'll complete this step fastly. Purchase account. There's a purchase account. Now I need to save this. Now I'm selecting the purchase account. F4, here's my purchase account. It is debit 45,000. Purchase, enter. Now you can click on the simulate. Now post this vendor invoice. So a vendor invoice should be generated. Before generating any invoice or before using the any document type, kindly ensure the same number range that is in the document type is in your company code. So always check your company code number range and document type number range. The document type number is the code. If the same code is present in your company number range, company code number range. All right. So we have created the vendor invoice. We need to create one more vendor invoice. 401 75,000 purchase, enter, and we need to post this. Basic data stream, okay, 75,000, enter. Now post this. Our document has been successfully posted. We can check FBL 1F P code, execute this. You will find two vendor invoices open item management. It is open. That's why it's showing in the red color. 45,000 and this 75,000. Total is 1,20,000. Now we need to create the outgoing payment. We need to process the vendor outgoing payment in SAP. So vendor outgoing payment, we can do the vendor outgoing payment by the three ways. Number one is standard. Number second is partial. Number three is residual. Standard is the full payment. Partial is the payment in the parts. For example, we have the 75,000 vendor invoice and we process the vendor outgoing payment in three steps. First of all, we pay the 5,000, then we pay the 30,000, then we pay the 40,000. So we pay in the parts. And in the residual payment, what is residual payment means? Whenever and document is open, for example, in the case of 75,000, first payment that we did is 5,000. Then your vendor invoice is open after doing the 5,000 payment. It is not closed when you complete your payment. When you pay the 30,000, it is also open. So what we can see, our vendor invoice is open and we process the payment 35,000. But now we need to process the 40,000. Then the vendor invoice will be closed. In the residual payment, if you want, then vendor invoice should be closed. Only the remaining balance should be open. Then we need to use the residual payment concept. All right. So now I am starting the vendor outgoing payment with the standard full and the partial. So let's see what step we need to follow. So we successfully created the vendor invoices. Now we need to process the payment. So visit to the SAP Easy Access, click on accounting, financial accounting, accounts payable, document entry. In the document entry, you will find the outgoing payment option. In the outgoing payment option, you will find F-53 with post. Before posting, we need to check the document type and our company number range. So first of all, check the document type OBE7. Vendor outgoing payment document type is KZ. Double click on this. Here is number range is 07. Now check this number range in our company code. Our company code is TA07. Click on check interval. Now you will see 07 is already in the our company code. So there will be no error of the number range. Okay. You need to ensure this before start posting in any new document type. Now you can go to the F-53 with post. Here you can process the outgoing payment. First of all, select the document type. I'm selected document date 3rd August 2026. 3rd of August 2026. Type KZ, period 5, company code TA07, currency rate INR. Now mentioning the document header text. Paid vendor invoice. Now under the bank data, you need to select the account, bank account. So our bank account is SBI bank account. You can mention the amount. For example, we are processing the payment 45,000. And if you do not know about the amount, don't worry, you will get the amount. First of all, I'm mentioning 45,000. Now mentioning the text paid a vendor invoice. In the open item selection, it is account type K. It means it is vendor. Select your vendor. Stephen Private Limited. Press enter. Now, sorry. Now you can see post outgoing payment process open item. Standard partial residual withholding tax. So these are the two open invoices of the vendor, same vendor, Stephen Private Limited. 45,000 and 75,000. Total amount is 1,20,000. Always ensure that the note assigned value should be zero in the post outgoing payment process open item. So we need to double click on that particular line item that we do not want to include in this payment. So double click on this 75,000. Now you can see note assigned value should be zero. Amount entered 45,000 and by default it assigned 1,20,000 because it includes both 45,000 and 75,000. I am unselected the 75,000. That's why note assigned value should be zero and it should be zero. Okay. Note assigned value should be zero for the post outgoing payment. Now you can process the payment. Standard 45,000. Amount entered 45,000. And we assigned here 45,000. Note assigned is zero. Now we can post successfully or peacefully. Now you can see our document has generated. Now you need to first of all see in your report FBL1N. Company code TA07. Execute this. Now you can see 45,000 is removed from this list because 45,000 is not no more open. It is closed. We selected line item selection open item. If we selected clear item, then execute. Then you will find 45,000. Vendor invoice 45,000 and vendor payment 45,000 same date. Purchase goods. Okay. After that, if you select all item, it will show all 45,000, 75,000, both invoices. 75,000 KR open item and 45,000 green. All right. So it is completed now. Now our vendor invoice, vendor payment of 45,000 has been completed. So it is the standard. Now if we want to process the payment in parts, that is the partial payment. So what we need to do, we need to go to the F-53, Select the date, document header text, partial payment of, for example, 5,000. We need to select the account, SBI bank account, amount is, and okay, first of all, select the amount 5,000, text, partial payment of 5,000. Vendor should be Steven. Click enter. Now you can see the option. Click on partial payment. Now you can see payment amount 75,000. We enter the amount 5,000. Amount automatically assigned to the post outgoing payment 75,000. And note assigned value should be 70,000. Difference of this. So we need to do note assigned value should be 0. So double click on this. Now you can see the amount we entered, the same amount we will fill in the payment amount. Okay. Now your not assigned value is 0. Now you can click on the post. After I click on the post, you need to see the reports. Then you will only find out the reason. If I am selecting the open item and execute, now you can see the vendor invoice should be in open item. However, we process the payment 5,000 and it shows balance 70,000, but the vendor invoice of 75,000 is still shows open. In the residual payment, what we do, we only open the 70,000. Okay, we do only 70,000 payment open. Now, whenever you complete the all payment and the vendor invoice should be equal 0, then it will go from open item to the clear item. Now you can see it is shown here. Now go again in F-53 post, document date, partial payment of, this time is partial payment of 10,000, or as we do 30,000. Amount will be SBI Bank. Amount will be 30,000. Text will be partial payment of A07. Enter. Now go to the partial payment. Double click on this. Okay, double click on this. We go back and come again. 30,000. Now you can see our amount entered 30,000 and assigned value should be 0. Assigned value now it's 0. And we need note assigned value should be 0. So we selected 75,000 document and double click on this. Now our pay amount should be 30,000. What we did, first of all, we unselect all the online item here. Then we select only 75,000 vendor invoice and mentioning payment amount that we entered 30,000. All right. Now you can post this. In the open item, if you execute, you will find the 75,000 vendor invoice, 5,000 payment, 30,000. three all are open. They will not close when you do not enter the residual amount. Now we go again F-53 post mentioning. So similarly, you can do the last payment of this. So what we have learned in our manual outgoing payment, that we can process from the manual outgoing payment by three ways. Number one is standard, number second is partial, number third is residual. Standard, when we process the payment fully; partial, when we pay the payments in parts; and residual, that is the last payment of the remaining balance that we want to open only. That is the residual payment in SAP FICO S4 HANA. So these are the concept of manual outgoing payment. In the next class, we will learn about the automatic payment program, how the automatic payment program run. So in one T code, you will use F110 in the automatic payment program. You can also do all this thing in SAP Fury also. SAP Fury is very important. That's similarly, we created the vendor invoice in SAP GUI. This is the SAP GUI, graphical user interface. You can also use SAP Fury in your server. Come to the SAP Easy Access and use the T code /n/UI2/FLP. /n/UI2/FLP. Enter. Now your SAP Fury will be open. If it is not open, then you need to configure some settings. I'll show you the file that you need to exactly open. If you do not have these files, let me know. I'll share the exact file with you. Check where it is. Post file configuration. You need to open this. Go to the search and open the and type the notepad in your system. Click on search. Here you need to mention the notepad. In the notepad, right click on the notepad and select as run as administrator. Okay, you can see here run as administrator. After that, click on the yes button, and after that you need to open. Click on file and you need to open. In the open, mention this. See Windows/System32 driver etc. Then open this. You can copy this location also. After opening this all file, select the all file, and when you select the all file, you will get the file hosts. Select the host files, open this. After opening this, you will need to IP address and the host name should be separated by the address space. So for example, you need to mention this 122.176.112.165 as for HANA 2023 .SAP You need to mention this here and save this. When you save this, you will easily log in into the SAP Fury. When you open the SAP Fury, we will do the automatic payment program here in SAP Fury. This is the SAP Fury, the future of SAP software. Here you can search the option, like if you want to create the vendor invoice, we can search the option vendor invoice. Okay, or you can search create incoming invoice. You need to search create incoming invoices. Okay, you can see the transaction. Now select your, first of all, select your company code. Click on this. TA07 is our company code. Now go to your supplier. Enter. You will find our enter. Mention the date. Now you need to mention the amount. Our total amount is, for example, 80,000. All right. Now selected the GL account. 401 307 purchase amount is 80,000 and text should be purchase. Enter. After entering, you can see click on simulate Stephen purchase or you can post. So you can post the same document from the GUI and the view. Both are same. All right. It is the future of SAP. SAP Fury is a little bit easy. SAP Fury is little bit easy as compared to the SAP GUI. Okay, so you can create anything here. There's the option of accounts payable, account receivable, cash management, or in the more you will find all the application, different application. In when you click here, you will find the all the pin items here. Go back, click on this. You will find account receivable here because of this cash management, credit management. If you want to mention or enter anything, you can create here. If you want to create the house bank, you can create here house bank, manage house bank, update house bank limit, house bank. We will study house bank in the next class. Okay. So this is for the today class, manual outgoing payment. In the next class, we will use SAP Fury just like this and create the house bank and process the automatic payment program using the T code F1, F110. Okay. See you. Bye bye in the next class. If you have any doubt, you can connect with me. Uh, okay. Hello everyone. In the previous video, we discussed about the manual outgoing payments of vendor. So we did the manual payments, outgoing payment in the case of vendor. Now in the today class, we discuss about the automatic payment program APP in SAP. That is very important. In manual outgoing payment, we need to do the payment manually each and every invoice. So in the case of bulk invoices, we can use the APP, automatic payment program. We need to follow some steps. After that, we can use the APP. So I'll show you all the steps of APP step by step. Kindly ensure that you completely understand all the steps. After that, you can run payment. All right. So I'll show you this tab in the SAP Easy Access. Let me open the SAP. So you can use or do the configuration by the navigation, or you can use the T code FBZP. So first of all, I'm showing you the navigation. Mention the T code SIMG. Click on the financial accounting. Then click on the account receivable and account payable. After that, you need to click on the business transaction. In the transaction, you will find the option outgoing payment, and in the outgoing payment, there is the option automatic outgoing payment. Click on this. Now you can find payment method bank selection for payment program. Click on this. Now these are the all the steps that I we need to configure for the automatic payment program. So we can do step one by one, or we can use the T code FBZP. All the options come at a one place. So we can use the T code FBZP. Enter. Now you can see maintain payment program. First of all, click on the old company code. Click on the new entry. Mention your company code TA07. Mention paying company code TA07 and press enter. After that, you need to save this. Go back. Go back. Now mentioning pay company code. Click on new entry. Pay company code is TA07. Minimum amount is 100 in incoming payment. So for outgoing payment, minimum amount is 100. Now you need to select the forms. Under the forms, you need to select from the list. Click on USA, or you can click on the international. You can select USA payment advice, then save this. Go back. After that, payment method in country. Click on new entry. Now you need to create a payment method that define which type of transaction you want to do. So first of all, mention country, India. Payment method, in our case, we use T. Description for check payment. Copy and paste the same. Now it is for outgoing payment and it is for the check payment. Now you can select the document type. Document type for outgoing payment is KZ and the clearing document is also KZ. Enter, and entry already exists with the same key. So we can use 7. Okay. Our payment method is 7 KZ. Currency allowed. Click on new entry, INR, enter, and save this. So we successfully created 3 steps: whole company code, paying company code, and payment method in country. Now we need to configure the step payment method in company code. Click on this. Now click on new entry. Mention paying company code. Our paying company code is TA07. Select this. Payment method is 7. Amount limit, minimum amount 100 and maximum amount you can mention any amount. Enter. Okay. We want more. Now click on form data. Select the form. Payment advice. And now save this. So our payment method in company code has been configured successfully. Now we have completed all the 4 steps: all company code, paying company code, payment method in country, payment method in company code also. So these 4 steps has been completed successfully. Now for doing this step bank determination, we need to create or house bank or create a bank account. To create the bank account under the house bank, we need to access the SAP Fury because it is completed only on the SAP Fury. So just first of all, click on the house bank, go to the position, search your company TA07, select this, click on the house bank. Now click on new entry. For example, we need to create the house bank for the SBI. Okay, SBI bank, SBI 02, or we need to create SBI 07. Bank country should be as Indian. Bank key we need to create separate SBI 0 TA07. We created SBI TA07. Click on create. Mention the bank name SBI Bank, or mention here account number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Click on this and save this. SBI TA07 is our bank key. It is mandatory or it is used when we create the bank account. Now click on the bank account. You will see an error or information read access only. You can read only. Now these all data are empty. It is pre-filled or automatically filled when we create the bank account in Fury application. Okay. So for this, we need to create new session, control N, mention the T code of SAP Fury. In the previous class, we discussed about the SAP Fury, and I tell you how can you access the SAP Fury. You can watch that class. Mention T code /n/UI2/FLP. Enter. Mention your ID password. and click on log on. Now search here manage bank account. Do not click on manage bank account bank hierarchy view. Click on normal manage bank account. Then click on create company code PA07. Account type you can select from the list. I am selecting current account. Click on continue. Give the account description SBI Bank PA07. Account number 123456789. Bank country is in India and bank key should be SBI PA07. Enter. Now scroll down, go to the house bank account activity, click on create. Now you will see our house bank is here. Mention SBI 07. Enter and apply this. Now you can see save as inactive. It is created. Save as inactive. Close. Now click on activate. Close. Our bank account is activated successfully. You can see account status active. Now if you come in our this screen and click on bank account /n FBZP PA07. Select this house bank account. You can see now the data has been saved here. PA07 SBI Bank PA07 bank account number, currency, country, bank key. All information is here. So now our last step is configure the bank determination. To configure it, first of all, we need to create a new GL account. We need to copy this 205. It is not our company code. Our company code is 204 PA07. Enter. We need to create new one. Sorry. Copy 202 SBI Bank PA07. Enter. Control data is same. Create bank interest. Under create bank interest, you need to give house bank or account ID. House bank is this SBI T07. Account ID is also SBI T07. SBI 07 and save this. Now our house bank is linked with our bank account. Now go to the bank determination. First of all, select your company, paying company code PA07. Select this, click on ranking order, click on new entry, payment is 7, currency is INR, ranking order is 1, house bank we need to select from the list SBI 07. Select this, click on bank account, click on new entry, select the house bank from the list. Payment method 7, currency should be INR, account ID should be SBI 07, bank sub account should be your GL account that we created 202 SBI TA07. Enter. Select this, Click on bank account management. Click on new entry. Select the house bank. Select the payment code 7. Select the currency, ranking order, account ID. The bank account should be your GL. Clearing account is also should be your GL account. And enter. Select this. Click on available amount. Click on new entry. Select house bank, account ID, currency INR, available amount for. Select this, value date. Click on new entry. Payment method should be 7. House bank should be SB07. Account ID should be SB07. Amount limit is this. Now save this configuration. Our whole configuration has been successfully created. I created this configuration fastly. If you think it is very fast, you can watch the video again and again so that you will complete your all the configuration, because it is very important for the APP, automatic payment program. And you need to use the SAP Fury app for completing this step, because bank account will be created only in the SAP Fury app under the house bank. All right. So these steps have been completed. Our whole configuration has been completed. Now we need to do the automatic payment run. So what I do, I created a new business partner or new vendor. Click on organization. Grouping should be local TA07. Company Hunter Private Limited. System should be Hunter. Seed address should be 123. Postal code 110023. Country region India. 30. Enter. Language English. Save this. Now click on switch between display and change. Change the VP FLVN FI. Click on company code. Select your company code TA07. Enter. Reconciliation account. Short key 001. Vendor payment transaction 0001. Tolerance group. Automatic payment program. Payment method should be 7. Click on this. Postman should be this. We do not use payment block. We need to mention this, and we need to save this vendor now. You can see we created the vendor. Now we need to post the invoice using the T code FB60. Company code should be TA07. Supplier should be our new supplier, Hunter Private Limited, 0508-2026. The amount should be 38,000. Next purchase goods GL account should be purchase account 38,000 purchase and postfix. We created one more. Select Hunter Private Limited. Invoice date 5th of August 2026. Now amount will be 65,000. Amount will be 42,000. 38,000 or 42,000 means 70,000 total. Click on simulate. Now you can save this. So we successfully created two invoices for the vendor Hunter Private Limited. Now we need to do the automatic payment run, and the T code for this is F110. Or you can go to the use the navigation SAP Easy Access Accounting, Financial Accounting, Accounts Payable, Periodic Processing, F110 payment, automatic payment run. Okay. Mention the run date 5th of August 2026. Mention the identification TA0701. Now mention the identification TA07 and press enter. But you can see there's no parameter enter as yet. We need to enter the parameter on which parameter we want to execute the automatic payment run. So click on parameter. Posting date, document enter up to. It means it will automatically post the document up to, it will automatically clear the document up to 5th of August 2026. Now mention your company code TA07. Payment method should be 7. We will select from the list. Mentioning next posting date, it should be greater than the today date. Okay, today it is also 5th of August, so we'll mention 6th August 2026. Select payment method with which 7. Okay, now mentioning the account, we can select one supplier or we can select a number of supplier more than the one. If we want to select more than one supplier, we can select from this to this. But for now, we will need to select the only one supplier. So selected Hunter Private Limited. Save parameter. Now you can check additional log, print out data medium is already selected the program. By default program, you can see parameter have been entered. You can click on the status to refresh. Now click on proposal. Select start immediately, start date, start time, start immediately. Click on this. After that, proposal is running, has been scheduled for 5th of August. Now click on more option, payment run. Click on status. Now you can edit the proposal, display the proposal, display proposal log. Now click on payment run, start immediately and click on this. Payment run is running. You can click on the status to see. Payment run has been carried out. Posting order 1 generated, 1 completed. Print out. So we successfully completed all the dues payment of this vendor, particular vendor, Hunter Private Limited. So we do not did the payment manually. We did the payment automatic payment program by using T code F110. You can check in the reports. So we'll go to the reports. We go into the reports /n FBL 1N. Select the vendor so that we can watch, we can check exactly the reports. Click on open item and execute. You can see no item selected. It means all item are cleared. Click on clear item and execute. Now you can see we only created vendor invoice. We did not perform the manual payment. It is automatically process the payment. You can see the clearing document 80,000 KZ is automatically processed. So from this step, you can easily use automatic payment program in your system, or you can practice this automatic payment program in SAP. It is very, very important topic as it is discussed in interview 100%. Okay, interviewer 100% asks the question from the automatic payment program or APP in SAP. If you have any doubt, you can connect with me over the WhatsApp for regarding this automatic or any topic of SAP FICO. So our today topics is finished automatic payment program, and our next topic is down payment in vendor. Down payment of vendor. Down payment is like the advance payment to the vendor. We will cover the advance payment in the next class. All right. I'll show the again all the step of automatic payment program. First of all, go to the FBZB T code, use the T code FBZB. Now you can see all the option. There are six options or six configuration that you need to configure. So first of all company code, you need to create the all company code, then click on the paying company code, then you create the paying company code. After that, payment method in country, then payment method in company code, then house bank, then the bank determination. If when you created the house bank, your bank account will be created in the Fury. So for Fury, you need to come to this. I'll show you again from starting. Open the Fury by using your user ID and password. Then search here, manage bank account. You will need to search manage bank account only. Do not click on manage bank account back hierarchy view. Click on only manage bank account. After that, you need to click on the create. Mention your company code TA07. Mention your account type. What is your account type? Current account, deposit, loan, investment, whatever your account. I'm selecting current account. Continue. Now you need to mention account description, account number, bank country, and you need to mention bank key that you already assign in house bank, the same bank key. Okay. First of all, it is created as inactive. After that, you need to activate here. You can see the tagline title new bank account. Mention the bank key, press enter, you will your bank account will automatically show here. After that, scroll down, come to the house bank account connectivity, click on create. Now your house bank is already configured with your bank account. When you save this, it is created as inactivate. You need to activate this. After activate, you need to come to your SAP GUI and click on the house bank. You will find your bank account detail, and after that, you can complete all your step in bank determination. So this is the automatic payment program, one of the most important, most difficult topic of entire SAP FICO. Okay, it is completed. We will meet in the next class where we will deal with the down payments in vendor. Okay, good evening everyone. In the previous class, we discussed about the automatic payment program in accounts payable. In the today class, we will discuss about the down payment in the case of vendor or in the case of accounts payable. So let's see what is down payment. Let me open your notes so that I can explain. So two topics are remaining in accounts payable: down payment and reports. All right. So let's complete step by step. First of all, down payment. Down payment. So what is down payment? Down payment is like an advance payment to the vendors. When we pay advance to the vendor for any type of order, then it is considered as the down payment. For example, when we purchase a motorcycle, when we purchase a bike, when we purchase a car, and we purchase that on loan, all right, and we did, for example, 30% of advance payment. Then they said, sir, what is how many down payment you want to proceed? We say 30%. So what is down payment? We give advance payment to the vendor. So similarly, in the case of accounts payable, down payment is like advance payment to the vendor. But it has some configuration of steps that we need to complete to process the down payment. So what are the steps for the down payment? First of all, create lasers in FS00. Which laser? We need two laser. One is sundry creditors account, and number two is advance to vendor account. Advance to vendor account. Always remember, advance to vendor account is like an asset. We paid and get this service later. So this is our asset. After that, create or process the down payment. Yeah, post the down payment entries. After posting the down payment, you can see, for example, we give 30,000 as a down payment to any vendor, and our main item that we want, it is of 70,000 something. Then we will give 40,000 outstanding amount after the invoice verification. So third step is create vendor invoice. Sorry, create vendor invoice. Number fourth is clear down payment. We need to, here we create the down payment, here we need to clear the down payment. All right. So after clearing the down payment, we will pay outstanding amount. So these are the 5 steps in case of down payment of vendor. So let's see one by one how these steps are we working. So let's start with this step one, create laser. Let's see in the SAP. Mention your ID, password. Now we need to create the laser. To create the laser, we will go to the FS00T code. Our company code is TA07. All right. So for TA07, we need to create the sundry creditor account that is in the liability. We created already, and we can check. GL account type balance sheet, account group liability, short text sundry creditor, long text also. In the control data, mention reconciliation account for account type vendor, and short key should be 001. And in the create bank interest, it is Z067 reconciliation account. After creating this, we need to create advance payment to the vendor. Okay, let's create this 207 balance sheet, asset, advance to vendor. Click on control data, select it's for vendor 001. Create bank interest should be Z067. Sorry. Let me select enter. Now save this. Now GL is saved. Now the second step, it is has one more step. We need to assign the down payment with this special laser. For this, we need to go to the display IMG screen, SAP Easy Access, mention T code SIMG. Click on the financial accounting, then after that, click on the AR and AP account receivable account payable. Under AR and AP, click on the business transaction. Then click on the down payment made. Down payment made. Click on the define alternative reconciliation account for down payment. Now search the down payment with the current assets. So vendor advance, down payment, current assets. This is K for vendor, A for special GL, and DPCA down for current assets. Double click on this. Mention your chart of account TA07. Now reconciliation account or special GL account. Reconciliation account should be sundry creditor account. Where it is. Special GL account is advance to vendor account. And enter, save this configuration. After saving this configuration, go back. Now we need to process the down payment. So we need to create a down payment. For the down payment, we completed this step, create ledger. And the second step is define reconciliation account. After the third step, it should be define reconciliation account. It should be create or post down payment. Click on accounting, financial accounting, accounts payable. In the accounts payable, the option of document entry. In the document entry, the option of down payment. In the down payment, you will see not request F-48 down payment. Click on this. Now post vendor down payment header data. Mention the document date. We are mentioning 6th of August 2026. Type KZ always. Period should be 5. Currency INR. Document header text is not sound. It's down. Down payment of 30,000 INR. We can mention 30,000. Now select the vendor. The vendor is Vendor Private Limited. Now select the special GL. What is our special GL? Is A. Down payment current assets. Now select your house bank or your bank account from which you want to proceed the payment. I'm selecting SBI Bank. Now select the business area. If you want to select the business area, you can select by this. You can search DEL. You can search any one of the business area or assign if you want to assign. I do not want to assign the business area or connect with business area. Now mentioning the amount. Amount is 30,000. If you have bank charges, you can mention here. Okay. Text you need to mention down payment of 30,000 INR. Okay. Look once again. Mention document date, then mention posting date, document type, posting period, company code, currency rate, document header text, vendor account number, vendor special GL, bank account number, amount, then mention the text and enter. After the enter, you need to mention item 2 down payment made under 29A. So amount should be 30,000. You can mention business area if you want to mention, otherwise mention just text down payment of 30,000. Okay. Click on document overview. Now you can see it's 50 already because SBI Bank is credited, but it's 29A when you debit it, the down payment. Its posting is 29A. You can mention debit credit is equal to both are equal, so difference should be 0 and it is 0. Now you can post it. So your document number was posted in company code TA07. It is successfully created in the company. Now you can see the down payment in the vendor report. So vendor report, you can find the vendor report by two ways, either by FBL 1N or FK10N. If FBL in FBL 1N, you will find display line item report. In FK10 you will find the report vendor wise, just like in journalism. All right. So I'll show you one by one. First of all, visit to the SAP Easy Access link. Click on the accounting, then financial accounting, then accounts payable. Under the document accounts payable, you will have the option accounts. In the accounts, you will find FK10 and FBL1N. FBL1N, mention your company code and execute. You will find all the document that is already posted. Okay. Now you can did you find your down payment? No, it's only 5,000 showing 5,000. So where is your down payment? Your down payment is not showing. That's why we cleared the down payment. If you want to see the down payment, click on the special GL transaction. Don't click on normal item, then execute. Then you will find 30,000 down payment. Down payment of 30,000 transaction will be shown here. So if we want to convert this special transaction to the normal item, we need to clear the down payment. That's why the first step is clear the down payments. And one more thing, if you notice it, the down payment is KZ. When you clear the down payment, it should be KA. The document type should be KA. All right, remember this. And if you want to see vendor wise detail, FK10 and mention your vendor private limited and execute. You will find all the details of the vendor for the full physical year 1 to 16 posting period. You can check here. Okay. This is the report of accounts payable. Okay. Now we have created successfully the down payment. We have to now we have to generate the vendor invoice. So I am generating the vendor invoice not here. I'm generating in SAP Fury. I'll show you how SAP Fury, how can you generate vendor invoice in SAP Fury. Okay. Connect the SAP Fury slash n UI2 slash FLP. If we did not find, we can mention here slash n slash UI2 slash FLP. Mention ID password. Now click on search and create incoming. For the vendor, it's incoming. For the customer, it's outgoing. Create incoming invoices. Now, company code, you should change the company code. Our company code is PA07. Enter. Now mention the supplier. Our supplier is Hunter. Select this, click on OK. Mention your invoice date. My invoice date is 6/8/2026. Then mentioning the amount. Amount should be 70,000. Text. Goods purchased. Now mentioning your GL account number. It's purchase account. Okay. Amount should be 70,000 same. And text should be purchase. When you enter here, you will find the information. The information is down payment, current asset exist of 30,000. So it show you the warning if you process the down payment for the vendor. Click on continue and click on the post. So I'm generating the vendor invoice from the Fury. Now close this. We do not need to open this. I'll show you how the Fury work. Okay. In the training, I always try to show you the Fury work so that you will find how can Fury work, because SAP Fury is the future of SAP. Always remember. Now you can check in the reports. FBL1N TA07 execute. Sorry, delete this. Now execute. I will find 30,000 down payment. Sorry, we need to select the normal item, not special GM. Now you can see 75,000, 5,000, 18,000. Stephen Private Limited. Our vendor is Hender Private Limited. Then come here and you can search document number this, document type is vendor invoice 70,000. So if we want to link the down payment or clear the down payment, so what we need to follow, we need to go from SAP Easy Access, click on the accounting, financial accounting, accounts payable. Then in the accounts payable, we need to go to the document entry. In the document entry, we need to go to the down payment. In down payment, in the last option, F-54 clearing. In the clearing, mention the your date. You can see the document type is KA. I told you some minutes earlier that our document type for clearing down payment is KA and the for generating down payment is KZ. So now you can see the KZ document converted into KA. Mention company code, currency rate. Mention your document header text here. Our document header text is clear. Down payment of 30,000. Vendor account. We need to mention the vendor account. Which vendor account? Vendor Private Limited. Now we need to mention text clear down payment of 30,000 IN. Okay. When you mention all of this important configuration, document date, posting date, type, period, company code, currency, account, invoices automatically in text. Then click on the process down payment. Okay, you can see the error in a company code TA07 and number 006 is missing for the year. Now what I need to do, I need to open the new session, go to the FBN1, mention company code TA07, go to the interval, now 0507, we have 07, which is 06. Okay, 06, you can see 06 number range is missing. After the fact, it is showing 07. So we need to create 06 number range in our company code because this number range 06 is already linked in the document type KA. Okay, so go to the free interval. Interval number is 06 and year is 2026. Enter. Now you can select. I'm selecting this. Click on this. Save this. Now press enter again. Come again. F-48. Mentioning date. Document header text. Account should be this. This 30,000. It's not 30,000. Let me open the vector. Okay, the down payment is 30,000, right? Now click on the process. It's post vendor down payment. We need to clear down payment. F-54. Okay. Mentioning date, document type K8, document header text clear down payment. Vendor account should be this, and text should be this. Process down payment. We need to come again in the down payment F-54. Now mention the document date and click on process down payment. Just do not mention anything. Select this and click on post. You can see document was posted in company code TA07. You can check in your company code right now. Execute. Now you will find the Hunter in the Hunter Private Limited 30,000 down payment KA has been come and 40,000 balance is the remaining. All right. What we did, we mentioned all the option, but we need to mention only posting date. Then click on the process down payment. Then your down payment should be clear. Now create the vendor invoice by the FP. Sorry, uh, clear the down pay, clear the outstanding of vendor by using the F-53. Annual payment account should be 201. Amount should be 40,000. Vendor should be enter item text field. Okay. Once again, 01 8,000. Not a send value 0. Post. Now you can check the vendor one and in open execute. No item selected. When you click on the all item and execute, you will find all the details of the vendor down payment. So this is the concept of down payment in the case of vendor. So what you need to do, first of all, create the general ledger, sundry creditor account and the advance to vendor account. Then assign that account to the special general ledger. Then create the down payment. After that, post the vendor invoice either as GUI or Fury. After that, clear the down payment, and after that, in the final, pay the outstanding amount of that particular vendor. So these all the steps of the down payment that we have completed very well. In the next upcoming class, we'll start the account receivable. Our accounts payable chapter has been completed. All right. So this is the complete accounts payable that we have completed successfully. In the next video, we will cover about the accounts receivable. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you in the next video.